All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know I skipped a little bit, but hey, you guys didn't need to see how this goes back on. That's pretty self-explanatory. Goes on like it came off. So the other thing though is the pulleys. So they have a little bit of a special procedure. As you guys can see, I have a new wedge lock. I broke the old one. Yeah, you guys can see how thin of metal is holding the wedge lock apart. So yeah, be careful when you spread those things. Okay, so install the sprockets. I will see if I can get good focusing here. So we'll see. All right, so as they say, insert a slotted screwdriver in a taper lock bushing just to spread it a little bit. Gently tap on it, spread it, don't break it. Start the set screws in the threaded holes. This keeps the taper lock and the sprocket aligned for easier installation. Install the spacer on the top drive assembly shaft. Spacer, it's there, it's a rusty ring, whatever. Use red Loctite on all fasteners. Install sprocket on motor shaft and install retaining washer and bolt and torque to 80 foot-pounds. So they want to install the sprocket on the motor shaft and then the retaining washer. Yeah, torque the retaining bolt first. So I guess that sets the depth of the pulley. So we get that all torqued and set and then torque the set screws several times just to set it, I guess. So, and here's the foot poundage. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. All right, let's see if I can follow the instructions. All right. Now I'm going to use a little tappy tap, a little love tap. Okay. Now I know they want me to use that. I'll go get it. That is a good question on how you hold that. All right, well, I'll be back with an answer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how much of that I got, but smash fingers and all. So I had to go back. This spacer, I accidentally put it on the back side, so I had to take this whole thing off. Yeah, so tighten this bolt first before you do the set screws. You guys can see how deep those set screws go. This one, not so much. But yeah, this they call for 70 foot-pounds on these things. And I didn't get it to click before, you know, I know I'm going to snap that Allen tool. But I kept going back and forth, back and forth. It felt like it was drawing it in. So I did that as much as I could before I would feel like I would break it. So, and the belt tension's pretty good here. I know this is tight, but they say 3/8 of an inch. And that's plenty. And yeah, so I'm just going to continue to put this thing back together. So next time you guys see it, it will be all back together. Another word of caution for tensioning the belt. I had to do it a couple times because when you tighten these things in, it actually also tightens the belt. As for belt tracking, it seems like, I don't know, you guys can see this better than I can. Let me put some light on there so I can even see it after I edit it. All right, so the belt tracking, you can see on the pulley, it tends to hang to the right there. So everything's back to normal and feels good. Nothing's binding up, nothing's weird. So yeah, that's, you know, the next step. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, it's a short little video of just putting in the sprockets. Sprocket time. All right, so we'll come back and it'll all be together and we'll do some testing. Actually, break-in. There'll be a break-in video, just how to do with new bearings. They have a procedure for it, of course. So yeah, please stay tuned. All right, please like, comment, subscribe, and aloha. Thanks for watching.